Welcome back to Pilates Chakras Tarot. I'm so excited to be here and to do your readings for the month of June. It's been a while, I know, but that's what happens when you have priorities. But I've been making some strides in my goals and dreams. So thank you for joining when you can. When I post kind of impromptu readings, I'm glad that you come to listen. So thank you for listening and thank you for being here. So we're going to start with the birth number 1 for the month of June. So those of you that are born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th of any month, this is the reading for you. And for those of you with the birth number 1, your days of the week that's significant for you is SUNday and MOONday. So the day of the sun and the day of the moon. And so we're going to start off with reading the energy for you guys. The chakra that you should be focused on, the energy center that you need to be focused on to either nurture, unblock, or just to do, like I said, to do your maintenance, to nurture the chakra that comes out for you. And then the focus, because it also has a message for you. And the things that, the energy that you need to be focused on or honing in on for the month of June, okay? So let's see what comes out for those with birth number 1 to start the reading. And for some reason today, as I was thinking of birth number 1, I was thinking of the genius. So not only is the number 1 the beginning or the Genesis. So I thought of the Genesis because we know the Genesis is the beginning. All right. And I also thought of genius. So we have a lot of you with a birth number 1 that actually have genius potential, high aptitudes, high IQs. So let's see what comes out and where this leads me as far as this this word that was given to me for those with birth number 1. So you got 2 chakra cards that came out that is calling to you for the month of June. We have the solar plexus, which is determination, is the first message. So being determined, continue to work on your goals and dreams, working with action. So taking action towards your goals and your dreams for the month of June is really important and imperative that you focus on that. All right. And then secondly, we have this is the 6th chakra. All right. The 3rd eye chakra, visualization. All right. What you visualize, what you can see in your mind's eye, you can bring to fruition. You can manifest this. Your dreams, your daydreams, your dream state, or just imagining doing your vision boards and the things that you want for yourself. This is with determination. You're bringing about that visualization is going to help you bring things to fruition, into your microcosm. So keep working. That's very positive. A great way to start out. And not only that, but the numbers here. So the visualization card is number 28, and 28 is one of your numbers. So if you're born on the 28th, which reduces to 1, this is really highly, this is really something that's calling to you. This is a message. This is a strong message for you. All right. And these are the topics or the attributes that you need to be focused on for the month of June. Determination, which is your 3rd chakra. And I'm going to go ahead and ring that for your solar plexus. This is the solar plexus chakra bell. And then you have your 6th chakra, which is the 3rd eye chakra. That's showing up for you. All right. So let that sink in for a moment. Visualization and determination. All right. I'm going to sit these over here. Next, I'm going to sit it right here in the place of the numerology card. All right. So these 2 are going to be placed right there. All right. The next card I wanted to pull for you guys is a numerology card. So let's see. And this numerology deck, I'm not going to take these. If you want to look at them, you can. Maybe this is significant for anybody that's checking this out. Adventure, card number 55, and rebirth. So something is anew for you. Something is being reborn, renewed, restored, anything just over again. This is a new cycle possible. That's a possibility as well. Things are happening. It's a clean slate. And also taking that clean slate and going on an adventure or doing something adventurous, being lighthearted, playful, enjoying life. So those are maybe two ideas that you need to focus on for the month of June as well. But I'm going to put them back in the deck, like I said, because I didn't get a chance to really shuffle. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the deck for you and then just see what comes out. So Spirit, to give us just one more message from the numerology deck for those with the birth number 1, born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th of any month, and born on a Sunday or Monday, or just so happens what they need to focus on for Monday and Sunday. Okay, so 2 cards came out again, all right? Either they're sticky or the Spirit just really has a lot of messages for you guys. So the first 2 cards were rebirth and adventure. Now you have love, partnership, and time out. So that adventure could be about taking some time out. So really taking a vacation or just enjoying, some days off, and consider that your time out to just reflect and focus on, the visualization, bringing into fruition with the things that you want. And then also that rebirth could be about a love partnership, a new love that's coming into your life, or a renewed relationship, a renewed bond. 2 people that is willing to work together. They really understand what it takes to build and be in an arrangement together. Because not only is a love partnership a connection on a love tip, but it also on a business note, on building together. That's business. When you're building something together and you're bringing things, manifesting and bringing things into fruition, that's a business. So being able to build something that's a legacy or long lasting, something that's a mainstay. So those are the other 2 cards, the numerology cards that you want to focus on, and the numbers that came out. And that was the love partnership, card number 26, which reduces to 8, and card number 37, which reduces back to 1. All right. If any of those numbers resonate with you, okay, those are the other 2 cards as well. That the energy is there. These are the energies that those of you with the birth number 1 should be focused on for the month of June. So I'm going to put these 2 away. And now I'm going to pull out the tarot, which I'm so excited to use. And I guess I went right to the Nefertari tarot. A new deck for me, which I like a lot. All right. Let's see what the ancestors, the ancients, messages from the ancient worlds that are sending, that are downloading, that are bringing to you a message from the tarot for the month of June. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening or things that you need to be focused on. Now, I never really go into right off the bat decide what kind of reading this is going to be. I kind of let the card speak for itself and then start to pick up on the message that Spirit and the ethers are giving us. All right. If this is past, present, or future, if this is something that's happening now, the only time we have is now, right? So the past is it doesn't exist anymore. It's past tense. And the future is not here. It hasn't arrived. So that doesn't exist. What we really have is now. So we need to focus on the now. So I have 4 cards already. All right. So I'll take the first 2, these 2 that are turned over. And the first card that I see is the Justice card. So balance. There is a balance that's happening here with this partnership, with the energy that we have right now. You're being given, when you take the action and focused on from your healthy solar plexus and the higher realms of the third eye, visualization, time out, adventure, love partnerships, any of those things are going to actually be balanced and successful for you in the month of June. So there's a lot of, let's say, fairness here, a lot of unbiased. All right, anything that's happening in your world that needs to be balanced out, or needs some resolution, it's going to be in your favor. It's going to happen, and these things are going to happen in your favor. Let me put this over here so you can really see. And bring some of these cards down so I can make some room so you guys can see your cards. All right, so the first card was the Justice card. All right, so there's a balance and also some actual justice. I mean, just use the words that's there. So if there's something that you need to, that needs a resolution in your world, and that you're right about, or things that you've been working at for a long time, and now this is the moment of truth that's happening. The truth is coming. The truth will set you free. All right. The truth is coming out. There's a resolution that's happening, and it's happening in your favor, because that's the first card out in your tarot reading. All right. It is the first card out. All right. So I'm going to hold that in high regard and positivity as we continue to bring the cards out. The next card out is the Two of Wands. And again, that's that action card. All right. So spirit, the ancestral world, the spirit realm, there's justice. They're there to support you. Your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels, whatever entity you refer to in assisting you with the things that you go into your meditation with, in your solitude with, though that entity that you communicate with, they're seeing things happen. They're helping you. They're causing and stirring up some action. So action is going to be had here. There is a justice that's coming into play, and also action. There's some activity. This is actually something that is present. As I mentioned before, not focused on the past. This is not past tense. This is happening now. There's a lot of activity happening in the background. There's a phenomenon that you can't really see that's going on. So let's continue on. Let's see what the next two cards were or are. And the next card out is the Hermit. And I mentioned that. In your solitude, okay? Take time and commune with your spirit realm, with the ancestors, with your spirit team. It's saying to also to keep things to yourself. That's why you have your spirit team and your spirit guides there to support you and assist you with the things that you're trying to manifest or achieve in your world. Those goals and dreams that you want to happen for the month of June, they're here. They're staring at things. The things that are starting to happen, or they are happening now. But your time where you get the most from this is the time that you are in solitude. And that goes back to the card, the energy, the chakra card of visualization. So in your time of being in reclusion or seclusion, you need to be focused and practicing your visualization, which is a form of meditation. All right. And a lot of things are going to be revealed to you at that moment, in the times that you take actively going within. And there, I'm trying to see what he's holding in his hand here. It looks like a cup of tea or fire. It's a lantern. We know that. So this is an ancient lantern. This is probably an old oil lamp that he's holding. All right. And make of yourself like a lantern. Be the light in the world. So when you have time or moments of silence, because silence can be golden. So when you come out of your reclusion, your seclusion, be that light in the world. Be that spitfire. You come out taking action. You come out boxing with a vengeance. You come out with that extra. All right. And then the last card is the Six of Wands. And we know what that is. Victorious. And you will be victorious. So this is all about, this is actually methodical. This is what you need to do here. This is what you can expect. The justice to come. Justice is happening for you. An unbiased, fair decision. The determination. There will be a final determination in your resolution. So visualize yourself how you want to see yourself in this scenario. And visualize your success and your victory, because you're going to be triumphant for the month of June. You just have to take that time and go within. All right, let's see. I'm going to elaborate on that with a different deck. I'm going to use the this deck is the Muse deck. I like this deck. This reminds me, it's a cosmic deck. I like it. All right, so let's see what happens and what's coming out for you guys. Let me get a good shuffle going here. All right, I'm going to take them however they came. They're going back in the deck. So if they come out reverse, we're going to take them reverse, whatever the message is, because I know that spirit is present just by the first row here. What's already transpiring. All right. The transition. There's things that are happening that are also, they're transpiring and you're transitioning. All right. So let's see what comes out for you in the Muse deck. So Spirit, please do elaborate on this message of justice, determination, and visualization. I continue to look at the images here to see what's happening. Okay, let's see if anything comes out on this next shuffle. If not, we'll take the cards from the top. One card already came out. Let's see what else. Anything else? Okay, we got a few more cards. All right, I'm going to take the card that's faced up first. Temperance. You've been patient. You've been patiently waiting. You've done some soul growth. There's some soul growth there. Some self-mastery that has transpired. All right, and all of this is happening as a result of your patience and that time of spending in faith and true regard, knowing that the spirit realm and your ancestors, your spirit team, are working in the background with you and for you. They're saying that there's something happening at every moment to bring about this positive resolution, this success that you are conjuring. All right, there's something happening every moment and every day, every moment and every minute. Okay, every moment and every hour, however you want to look at, but moment to moment, something is happening. And you have the Temperance card, and it's a result of your patience. Okay, the next card out is the Nine of Voices, which is the Nine of Swords. All right, so the card is kind of, where the person has their eyes closed and she is in a prayer position or one of just uncertainty. So this is the answer. I mean, we know that the answer is justice. So you really don't have to do a lot of worrying and just be in despair. Let this be a place of just resting. This is the end. So you're at the end. Don't give up. Don't get to the 11th hour and give up, because the 12th hour is a victory. All right. So just stay focused there. And what's next? We have Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So the seeds that you planted, and that's the thing, you've been working so diligently at everything. You continue to plant those seeds. You continue to move forward and have faith. You're going to be victorious. We know that. So let's look at what the next card is. The Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. Look at you. You're floating. You're in the middle of the ocean floating. You're not on top of it. You're down in the depths, floating on water in your lotus position, in your meditative position, because you've been visualizing your success. So just stay in that constant meditation. I totally am for that. There's not a moment in my day where I'm not in communion or in prayer with the spirit realm. I'm always in a state of gratitude or meditation or contemplation, you name it. This is a form of prayer. This is a form of meditation when you keep your eye on the prize. You keep your eye on the things that you want. You keep your eye, and when I say your eye, I'm talking about your third eye. We're talking about the sixth chakra. All right, that visualization. Keep that eye open. Look at that, beautiful. Keep it colorful. Keep it gay. Keep it light. Keep it vibrant. Keep it alive, because this is all about action. Don't give up. There's no reason to give up. This nine of voices, these are false voices. The nine of this is called the nine of voices, but that's because it's your thoughts. It's the thoughts in your head that's trying to keep you, trying to put you in a state of fear. But that's not even penetrating your world. You're not even there. Look how wide your eyes are. Your eyes are open wide here in Temperance. You're totally present. You're in a state of patiently waiting. Patience is a virtue here. You know it's virtue. You know you're virtuous. So there's no, you have no doubt about that. So when these thoughts or these voices come in to tell you these untrue, they're exactly that. They're falsehoods. They're untrue. It doesn't even belong here. This is just kind of like an oddball card. It's like the ugly duckling, and no pun intended there. This is actually what the reading is right here. This is what's happening for those of you born with the birth number 1. Okay, this is kind of just off on the side. This is just like a caveat. Don't be disillusioned. Don't be manipulated by those thoughts, those voices, especially if they're voices, real voices, people outside of you. But more importantly, inside, when you're doing the inner work and you go into your communion with your spirit guides, with your Lord, don't let those voices trickle in. The minute they trickle in, you cancel it. That's not your thought. That can't happen, because Spirit says there's victory. At the end of this reading, there's a true victory. Just take that time, continue to do the work, continue to plant those seeds, because every seed that you plant you're gonna harvest. It's coming to, look at it. It's on the conveyor belt. Those roses on the conveyor belt, they just keep coming. They just keep coming. As you plant them, they just keep blooming. They bloom and seed, bloom and seed, bloom and seed at the same time. And the next thing you know, you have an abundance of roses, abundance of gifts as a result of the work that you do. So keep the mind set on what you need to achieve. Stay focused. The wish fulfillment is coming rapidly. Is coming now. This is happening in the month of June. This is, like I said, the birth number. The purpose of doing the birth number reading is to focus on your short-term goals, things that you want to happen presently. All right, based on your plans, the plan that you're devising for yourself. And we should all have a plan. We should not be moving through this life aimlessly. All right, we have a plan. And you want to bring that plan into fruition. And if you follow these steps and stay focused on here presently, you can't go wrong. There is a victory. And I'm going to leave it there. Visualization, really key. And I can't even tell you the things that when I visualize the things that I desire, the outcomes that I desire, they really come close. When they come to fruition, they really come close. That visualization is powerful. When you visualize to touch and to feel it. Make it tangible in your mind where you can taste, touch, and feel it. Close your eyes and taste it. Close your eyes and feel it. Close your eyes, reach for it and touch it. And that's real. I'm speaking from experience. It has happened for me. So that is your reading, birth number 1. So let me know what happens for the month of June for you guys. Leave comments below, like, share, and subscribe my channel with your friends and family. That would be great. And again, I wanted to go back to this card really quickly. Get rid of these voices. These voices don't exist. All right. Don't worry about that. The last thing I think I want to do too, so give me a moment. I'll come back for you, birth number 1. I'm going to do a sacred sex reading for you guys as well. Take a peek into your sexual desires or your sacred sex reclamation, your intimacy, and things that you need to, I guess, visualize as well. All right. Visualization, actually, the sexual energy is the most powerful energy. So that energy can bring about your dreams and your desires. All right. So we're not going to take these. Like I said, I'm going to come back with your sacred sex reading in just a moment. All right. So stay tuned for that. And I'll give you the information on how to get your sacred sex reading. All right. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the month of July if all goes well. And all is going well regardless. You know that when I say that, I'm just speaking to having the opportunity to be able to do all of my birth number readings for the month of July. All right? So thank you once again. I salute you. Namaste. All right, birth number 1. So your sexual reading, your sacred sex reading for the month of June. So as I mentioned, you have the 9 of fire, right? The 9 of fire. All right, so let's look at this image. This is an image of two people like in their own world, in their own space, like being mischievous, but being mischievous in a way that they love, that they both feel turned on. But also trying not to bring too much attention to themselves because they're in a space, they're out in public. Clearly, they're out in public. But she is so turned on by him, and he is standing there with poker face. And he has an erection, so he's definitely turned on as well. All right, so they both are in this lusty kind of posture, ready to get it on. All right, so let's see what the next card is that comes out. So it is summertime. I'm getting a summertime feeling from that. So this is what is happening in your love life, in your sacred sex life for June. This is starting to kick up. People are becoming more sociable, getting out more, meeting people, intermingling, going places, meeting people, all that good stuff that's happening. So perhaps you've met this person already, or you're gonna meet this person in the month of June, and this is kind of like it's gonna be almost an immediate attraction. There's gonna be an immediate attraction, and if you're with this person already, there's that kind of attention or attraction between the two of you guys. That's kind of where you guys are. This is something that is new, but seems to be moving at a really fast. Either that, or it's like the attraction or the lust is overwhelming. All right, and you guys just can't keep your hands off of each other. All right, but be careful. So let's see what the next couple cards are coming out. Let me see. Something told me to say be careful. Let's see what else. What else comes out to support this 9 of fire? All right, the Queen of Air. All right, yeah, she knows what she wants. The Queen of Air, she knows it. She likes this. She is feeling it. She's feeling herself. She knows what she wants in her relationship or in her sex life, and she's bringing, it's happening for her. She's like, she's not even, it's a possibility that she's not really looking for anything long term, or if it happens, it happens, but she has no expectations because it's all about her. She's living her truth. She knows herself, but she wants what she wants. This is also for the month of June, right? So we have the Gemini moon that's coming up on the 10th. And we know Gemini is that mental stability, that intelligence. And she truly, like I said, she's in her state of confidence. She speaks her mind. She acts on it, because the 9 to 5 is about acting on it, as well as that taking that action, never giving up the warrior. There's nobody wounded in this case, but hey, look at that. He is poker face. So she's taking control. She's taking the reins. The Queen of Fire is taking the reins in her relationships, and especially in her sexual rituals, her sex rituals. She is like, and I'm sure she's vetting all of her suitors, or whoever her suitor is, because in the sacred sex, we're not talking about indulging in many different relationships, or indulging with many different people. Although for the month of June, like I said, you're being sociable, but you got your eye on this one. You have your eye on the one specific person, that one person that just lights your fire, as the Queen of Swords. And she in turn reciprocates that. She ignites his fire. Vice versa. He ignites her fire, she ignites his fire. They're in a state of bliss together. All right? And this perhaps is turning into something long term. Let's see what the next card is. Because the sexual energy is there. It's hot. It's on fire. It's one that's being mentally stimulating, as well as fun, filled with lots of spontaneity. Nothing's really planned. It just happens. Like they're out in public. They look like they just came from the library. Maybe perhaps they were studying together, went to the bookstore, whatever. They've been out doing the work. Now it's time to get to the intimacy, to more work. Connecting on a whole nother level, at a whole another dimension, raising that vibration, getting that energy, that cosmic fire going. Anything else to support this reading for birth number 1? So I like this birth number 1 because you guys, like I said, you guys are, you know what you want. You guys are ambitious, and you're ambitious in everything that you do. You take it to heart. You want what you want, and you're going to do everything to get there. You're going to do all the things that you need to do to get there. So let's see. Not that one, but this card. Next card out. Okay. 3 of air. All right. The 3 of swords, if anything. All right. Another mental card. All right. So be careful. Be careful with this suitor. Okay. Whoever he or she is. Just make sure you're doing your vetting. There's no reason to just jump into any relationship because it's one that attracts you, that turns you on. You don't want to have to do, the redemption work. All right. There's also, I'm thinking that this may be just a picture of the divine feminine just being, just so horny and just wants him so bad. Like she they left each other. They had a great time out, that night or that day. And now it's nighttime and she doesn't have him. And she's in this state of just like angst and desire. So she has to resort to, letting some cool breeze and the cool air into the window. All right, to cool off. But also we know that in the traditional tarot deck, the Three of Air is the Three of Swords. My interpretation of it, or just if I look at just the traditional, meaning of the Three of Swords, is about a broken heart. But it also could be one of community. One of achievement, accomplishment as well. And in this case, she doesn't seem like she's in any sort of despair or disdain, right? It just seems like she's holding herself. She's trying to keep it together and just enjoy the fresh air that's coming through the window, just to cool off and feel free. So I wouldn't conjure up anything on a low vibe. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that this is just the Queen of Air, just being like, okay, I had to leave. I had to cut him off. I could not let him stay. Or I couldn't let her stay because this is not it's not the time. The time wasn't right. The moment, she wants the moment of truth. She wants to wait to the moment of truth until she really, she gets and sees the green light. And that's part of the visualization, knowing, being totally in tune and intuitive about relationships, people that you meet. You don't have to let everyone into your world. I mean, a night out, intermingling with other people, friends, and, on the beach, at a cookout, what have you, having a great time. Maybe perhaps it's the next time you meet, perhaps the next time you see that person, and it's never a coincidence on anything. You see that person again, hey, maybe that's the time to really, step it up. Maybe talk about exchanging numbers, going out on a date. So it doesn't have to be immediate. It doesn't have to be right now. Don't get too overexcited or overzealous about anything, especially when it comes to relationships and exchanging energy with people. Take your time. So she just had to, step away. Or he had to step away and just say, listen, let me take this slow. Let's slow it down. I'll see you next week at the next meetup. All right? Or I'll see you the next time. Hopefully, we'll catch up at the library, or we'll see each other at the next exhibit, what have you. So, and leave it at that and be comfortable with that outcome. All right? Because you're the queen of swords. You don't need to mess it up. You don't need to put yourself in reverse. And again, that's not gender. It is divine masculine, divine feminine. That Queen of Swords energy is just about wielding that sword at the proper and opportune time. Being strategic. Not being aimless or haphazard with that sword. So I respect that. So hats off, and look forward to this kind of excitement and experience in your intimacy for the month of June. Even if you're in a relationship, conjure up that spontaneity. Conjure up this 9 of fire, of like not always being having to be at home, but a very appropriate place. I mean, you don't want to just be any and everywhere, of course, because you'll be displayed. Now, again, it's up to you, your choice. I mean, you're two people that consent to what you do. So some people get turned on by doing things out in public or in kind of strange places. So you pick and choose that, but be spontaneity, or practice spontaneity. Be spontaneous. As a reader, we get so caught up with words and trying to really, articulate these readings so that it really gives you something that you can resonate with. Hopefully there's a resonance here with this reading. So I'm going to go ahead and post this up for you guys. You can leave a comment if you have any questions about it. If I need to pull an extra card, I will. But this is your reading, your sacred sex reading for the month of June. Thank you and have fun.